And I'm Christy Tedesco with breaking news this noon hour. 2 people are seriously hurt after a car flipped and crashed into a house, landing upside down. Police say it may have started with street racing. We have 12 News reporter Julia Daughtry live at the scene near Pawnee and Delrose, southeast Wichita. Julia.
That's right. One person is injured and another person is critical condition, and another person was hurt after a car crashed onto this house on Pawnee. Now, you can kind of see the car is flipped over, still at the house. I'm going to roll some video so you can see what I saw earlier. Now, police tell me that this is a result of speed racing and no one was home at the time of the crash. WPD told me this earlier.
Right now, based off preliminary information, we also believe that speed did play a factor in this horrific traffic crash. It stressed the importance of why, when folks are operating a vehicle, that they do not speed and they should not be racing.
At this time, the identities of the 2 people injured in this crash is unknown. Police said that they are speaking with the person who was driving the second vehicle that was racing this vehicle that crashed. I am at Pawnee and Delrose. Julia Daughtry, 12 News.
All right, more on that throughout the